Okay, welcome back. So, due to some network issue, last lecture already we have started. First chapter we have finished. Okay, so in last lecture I have given one MCQs quiz. So hope you all have attended that MCQs quiz. Okay, quiz. So that will be considered for the final examination. Okay, that tests are very important. Okay, if anyone has remaining to give the test, okay, so still that test is open. Okay, so today only you have to submit the test. Okay, so after completion of test I will provide MCQs, but try to yourself to solve the answers of the MCQs. Okay, so I will back within 1 minute. Okay, so welcome back. So last lecture we have finished the chapter number 1. Okay, so today we will start the chapter number 2. So first chapter, what we have discussed in first chapter: introduction to the management and the one function of the managerial function, that is nothing but the planning. Is it right? So today we will start the chapter number 2, organizing and the staffing. So what is organizing? Whatever the execution of planning and the staffing. What are the HR recruitment process? Okay, what factors are important for a recruitment process? Okay, because you will be the manager in industry. Okay, so we have to recruit whatever the employee also. Okay, so at the time as a from the managerial role. Okay, so what will be the your role, so that also we have to study. Okay, so so I will share my screen. Huh? So unit number 2 is the organizing and staffing. Okay, so organizing is nothing but the execution of the planning, whatever the we have studied in chapter number 1, and staffing is nothing but So what are the different human resource management process? Okay, what is the selection process for the employee or whatever the promotion? What are the performance appraisal? Okay, how we can maintain the uh, any employees biodata, whatever the CV. So all that factors, training and development. Huh? So this is nothing but the stopping. So we have to study all the factors also. Okay. So message your roll number here. All of you message your roll numbers. So what is the syllabus for unit number 2? So this syllabus is having two managerial function, organizing and staffing. So organizing syllabus is nothing but the nature and purpose of organizing. What are the actually nature of organization? Okay, or organizing. Next point is the organization structure. Okay, so what are the structures? Narrow span, wide span. Okay, what is the level of managers? Okay, how we can distribute the load of that manager to the ground level employee. So this is nothing but the structure of organization. Okay, from structure or whatever the organization will start from any um, body. Okay, suppose for example society may be there, any organization may be there. Okay, so there will be different trustee members will be there. Okay, so considering all the trustee members, okay, they can start the any industry. So that trustee level will be there, chairman may be there, vice chairman may be there. Okay, so there are the different structure. Next again the managerial post. Okay, so whatever the MD, okay, managing director will be there, chief manager and CEO may be there, chief executive officer. After that the assistant manager may be there. Okay, so that factors are very important. Okay, so that we have to study in this chapter, organization structure. Now next is the span and level. Okay, different, there are different span, wide span, narrow span. What are the load transformation process? Okay, so according to the load transformation process we can select that, we can find that factor also. Okay, next is the departmentation. What are the different departmentation? Financial department may be there. Okay, purchase department may be there. Okay, so according to the governmental rules and regulations. Okay, so basic four departments we have to study in departmentation. Okay, departmentation is nothing but what are the distribution of load distribution. Okay, authority delegation also we have to study. Okay, authority delegation is nothing but whatever the power we are having. Okay, suppose you are the manager of that industry. Okay, but very low power or less power in your hand. Okay, then there will be very difficult to control all the industry. Okay, if you are giving me post of any managerial post. Okay, so then you have to also require the authority delegation. Okay, you have to give some authority, some power. ओके, नाहीतर प्रत्येक वेळेस काय निर्णय घेत, हां साहेबाला विचारून सांगतो कुणाला, जे काय अध्यक्ष असेल संस्थेचा. दॅट विल बी व्हेरी डिफिकल्ट फॉर दी बिईंग अ मॅनेजर. ओके, सो यू हॅव टू certain authority, certain power to complete that task. Okay, so you will be the you will be their decision maker, final decision maker. Okay, so you should not be depend on everything, okay, or anyone. So that are the very important factors required for the authority delegation. Next, decentralization. Decentralization is again whatever the load distribution. Okay, so you have to distribute load. It is very impossible to uh, control all the things. For example, whatever the suppose in any one industry is there. Okay, so you have to take audit each and every year. You have to give support, give documentation. Okay, lot of departments are there. Okay, but for that purpose uh, you will get very difficulty. Okay, to control or handle all the things. So you have to give certain load to the next faculty. Okay, for example, Mukhyamantri, Upamukhyamantri. Okay, Chief Minister and Vice Chief Minister. Okay, so what is the role of Upamukhyamantri, Mukhyamantri? Okay, so that is a something load is distributed to the next person. Okay, so that is nothing but the decentralization, load distribution. Okay, so all that factor will be considered in the organizing. Is it right? And next part of the chapter is the staffing. To control all the employees. Okay, you have to give training also, human resource management. So what are the selection process of the human resourcing? Different criteria, which quality education you required. Okay, whatever the age of faculty. Okay, so all the different factors are required. For example, if you consider the government sector, okay, so there is a age limit for each and every position. Okay, after if you consider the NDA in defense section, okay, there is a age limit is only 18 years. Okay, 18 or 20 years, I think. Okay, as per categorization category, you can give the concession for 1 or 2 years. Okay, but that are the something rules and regulation. Okay, so that whatever the age limit. Okay, suppose if you consider the defense or army services. Okay, so there will be some differences there. Okay, so there is a some limit of age limit is required. Okay, for example, only 14-year service will be you can do in army. Okay, if you require another 14 year, there are the slots of that. Okay, but you will get the change in role also. ओके, नाहीतर म्हातारा होईपर्यंत सर्व्हिस केली तर चालतंय का नाही चालत. ओके, तो फायली उलट्या करायला लागेल, बरोबर का. So for that purpose, something restrictions are there. Okay, so a number of factors you have to study while the selecting the employee. Okay, now after the training and development. Okay, if you give the training, better training to your employee, then and then only your work will complete in properly way. Okay, so that purpose the training and development. Okay, now what is the development? So we have to give some additional material to them. Okay, so for that personal improvement of that particular faculty. Okay, incentives may be there, some extra courses may be there. Okay, so you have to give the in terms of bonus. Okay, so development is also required, but training is required because according to the training, according to the experience of that particular faculty, particular employee, your industrial work will be smoothly. Okay, so this is our main duty to give the training and whatever the development of that particular employee. Now that we have to study in this chapter. Now last point of this chapter is the performance appraisal. Okay, what is performance appraisal? Whenever you will pass out after completion of your BE, okay, as a mechanical engineer. Okay, so you can write your biodata or whatever the resume. Okay, but if you consider the industrial sector, okay, whenever you will join from 1 January, okay, so from 1 January, all the record, whatever the award you are taking, okay, whatever the your work experience, there are different remarks from industries. Okay, what training you have given, you have taken, what are the different factors you have accepted. Okay, so all the factor, all the your entire biodata of industrial working. Okay, curriculum is nothing but whatever the resume may be there, but performance appraisal is only related to the industry. Okay, whatever whenever you will work for industry, so whatever you have uh, taken. Okay, so biodata of industrial work is nothing but performance appraisal. Okay, according to that performance appraisal, your promotion may be there, whatever the incentive, whatever increment in your payment. Okay, so what this is a very important factor for the any employee to study. Okay, so this is a very simple syllabus and very interesting syllabus. Okay, because that factor, whatever we will study in this chapter or this subject, okay, directly that study will help you in next semester. Okay, this is nothing but last semester, next semester you will be in industry. Okay, so that time you will get very important ideas. Okay, so while doing the work, and definitely that study, that lectures will be very important for your career also. Okay, so this is the main function and requirement of this subject. Okay, have you given messages? Huh. Okay, only 1 2 3. Okay, no problem. Huh? So now first point we will start from the organizing. Okay, so what is organization? So organizing is the function of management. Definitely, we know what are the five managerial functions. First is the planning, organizing, staffing, leading, and controlling. These are the five managerial functions. So we can write the definition as like organizing is the function of management that involves. Okay, what are the factors included in the management? Now that involves developing an organizational structure and allocating human resources. Okay, developing the organization, you have to organizing is nothing but the execution of planning. This is a very simple definition, but what is actually execution of planning? So we have to organize whatever planning we have done. So that planning, or in terms of organizing, that involves developing an organizational structure and allocating human resources to ensure the accomplishment of objectives. So whatever objective we have selected, we have decided, so that for completion of that objectives we have to take organizational structure should be strong, and whatever the allocation of human resources will be very effective. Okay, आता कॉम्प्युटरचा माणूस आहे त्याला मशीनवर लावला, लेथ मशीनवर, ते काय करेल बरोबर, काहीतरी मोडून ठेवणार बरोबर का. सो that according to the educational background, according to whatever the resources, whatever the knowledge of that, whatever the experience of that particular faculty employee, so you have to give the very so according to that his experience, according to his knowledge, you have to decide, you have to give the whatever the position to that particular person. So this is a important factor to accomplish our object. Our main aim is to accomplish the objective. What are the objective? Objective may be different. Okay, for very first important objective is a profit. Okay, and second is a customer satisfaction. Okay, so these are the basic objectives. Okay, every industry is having this objective. Okay, so we have to complete, we have to reach up to that objective. Okay, we have to fulfill that, accomplish that objective. Okay, for that purpose we have to organize structure of that industry, and according to that structure we have to allocate the human resources of that industry. Okay, so if you consider the marketing, okay, marketing department may be there, financial department may be there, okay, production, quality department. Okay, so according to the personal behavior of particular employee. ओके, जरा एखादा पोपट असणार चांगला बोलणारा, तर त्याला कुठं, तर तो मार्केटिंगसाठी सुट होतो. ओके, एखादा ओनली नॉलेज किंवा काय असेल ते असं आपल्यात एखादा असा की त्याला बाकीचं काय चालतच नाही. ओके, तो असेल तर त्याला काय, तो क्वालिटी डिपार्टमेंट किंवा ओनली मॅनेजमेंट लेवलला सुद्धा अशी दागडासारखी माणसं लागतात. ओके, कुणी काय म्हटलं तरी बाबा ते सहन करण्याची ताकद असते त्यांच्याकडे. सो दिस इज अ according to that experience, according to the particular behavior of that particular person, so you can allocate that person, that employee, that worker to its required position. Okay, so this is a basic definition of the organizing. Okay, organizing is the function of management again that involves developing an organizational structure and allocating human resources, okay, to accomplish our objectives. Now nature and purpose of organizing. This is the first point of our syllabus. Nature and purpose. What are the nature? What is the nature and what is the purpose of the organization? Very payable objectives. Okay, you can see that what are the objectives we have decided. Okay, so we have to fulfill that objective. Now where we have to decide objectives? In the planning. Okay, so in that planning, whatever the objective, what are the requirement, basic requirement to accomplish that objective. Okay, so what is the organizational structure required? For example, to start up industry. Okay, so what is the basic requirement? The land holding. Okay, so जागा पाहिजे तुम्हाला, whatever the owner may be there or whatever the land on rent may be there. Okay, after that electricity is required. Okay, if electricity not available, you have to construct whatever the solar panel, whatever the renewable energy. Okay, whatever the engine may be there. Now these are the alternatives. Okay, but we have to select the best alternative. Okay, as we have studied in last chapter. Okay, so there will be different alternatives for accomplish our goal. Now we have to select the different. We have to select one alternative from the available different alternatives. Is it right? So this is a very important factor, variable objective. A clear idea of the major duties and the activities are involved. Now, what is the role of that organizational manager? Okay. So suppose I will definitely give one example. Suppose one milk industry may be there. Okay. So what are the requirement of that particular milk industry? Now milk collecting. Okay, milk collecting and the product industry. Okay, we will consider only milk industry. So what is the procedure of that industry? So whatever the in day, okay, 2 times milk will be collected from the farmer. Okay, so transportation of that milk from whatever the ground level to the industry. Okay, for that purpose, very few time is required. Okay, so then we have to decide first of all which transformation is suitable for which transformation or whatever which vehicle is suitable for the transformation of milk. Okay, नाहीतर काय होणार 10-9 वाजता कलेक्ट झालं मिल्क ते किती 1-2 तासामध्ये तुमच्या इंडस्ट्रीमध्ये कुलिंगसाठी किंवा चिलिंगसाठी यायला लागतं बरोबर का पण तेच काहीतरी कुठेतरी रस्ता खराब आहे काय गाडी अडकून बसली झालं ते काय होणार आहे व्हेरी फुल्ली देअर विल बी व्हेरी डिफिकल्टी विल बी देअर ओके तोटाच तुम्हाला होणार आहे तो ओके so all the factors for after that the chilling okay so that purpose the electricity is required if electricity will burst then how we can chilling that milk okay so we have to decide all the factors before start your industry or before start your work of that industry okay alternative may be there some generator is may be there okay now after chilling okay so packing may be there if packing machine will stop so there will be different alternatives of the problems okay problems are very huge but we have to select the best and better solution to remove that problem okay now overall is done okay whatever the packing of that milk or packing of product is done but market is not available so then what will happen okay if market suppose market is also available but transformation time to that particular customer to whatever the industry to the customer okay this is very important factor because whatever the lifetime of that milk is very short okay only within 2 and 4 hours we have to reach up to customer okay customer will take whatever that milk and whatever they will hit this is another part but if you consider the industrial background okay so that factors clear idea of the major duties okay so whatever the number of duties are there but we have to as a manager so we are studying this subject as a manager so you should the clear idea of the major duties okay whatever the activities also okay different activities may be there in industry so you have to very knowledge okay about that all these factors all the aspects of that industrial work next purpose and understood area of discretion or authority so that the person filling the role knows what he can do to accomplish goals okay so whoever is the manager in that industry okay so they should knowledge about the whatever the work they are giving to the another ओके म्हणजे एखाद्याला वर्क सांगायचं आहे तुम्हाला इंडस्ट्रीमध्ये हां हे बाबा हे मशीन आहे हे इंजिन पार्ट आहे पिस्टन सिलेंडरचा ह्याचं टेस्टिंग करायचं त्याला दिलं आणि त्याला दिलं आणि तुम्हालाच येत नाही ते कसं करायचं ते ओके सो दॅट विल बी व्हेरी डिफिकल्ट सो समथिंग अथॉरिटी यू शुड हॅव ओके म्हणजे अथॉरिटी पण तुम्हाला पाहिजे आता तो वर्कर येईल तुमच्या अंगावरच तू मला सांगणार कोण मला म्हणजे काय करणार सो फॉर दॅट पर्पज अथॉरिटी इज रिक्वायर्ड okay certain you have to take action so that to take action also authority is required okay so all the factors are also very important now what is the role of that particular person what is the your role so that factor is also included in the organizing now Organization implies a formalized intentional internal structure of role and position. Definitely. What is the role of that industrial each and every employee? Okay, and position. Okay, so according to your position you have complete your role. ओके म्हणजे रोल तुमचा काय इंडस्ट्रीमध्ये क्वालिटी डिपार्टमेंटचा आहे आणि हा सारखा जाऊन प्रोडक्शनलाच बसतो गप्पा मारत ओके दॅट विल बी व्हेरी डिफिकल्ट म्हणजे आपलं जे क्षेत्र असेल ते फुलफिल करा जर वेळ लागला तर तो जावा ना बाहेर नाहीतर काय होतं आपल्यात बरेच सवय असते आपलं काम ठेवायचं बाजूला ते पुढाऱ्यासारखं बरोबर गावातले ग्रामीण भागातले पुढारे असतात दिवस उगायला चौकात नो सो दॅट शुड नॉट बी हॅपन इज इट राईट so all the factors you have to consider while doing the organizational work is it right huh. Organization implies a formalized intentional internal structure of roles and position okay now steps in organizing the first step in organizing is the identification and the classification of the required activities so what are the activities required in that industry okay so you have to classify first of all is it right you have to classify first of all that now the identification and the classification of required activity so you have to classify what is your role what are the factors required for completion of that work okay and according to that requirement you have to classify the activity and whatever classified activity you have to give certain authority to that person also okay म्हणजे एखाद्याला काम देताना त्याला काहीतरी अधिकार पण दिला पाहिजे ओके तर तो काम करेल बरोबर ओके नो सो व्हॉट डिसिजन ओके व्हॉट अथॉरिटी यू शुड गिव्ह हां सपोज बाबा काय हां दिस इज अ टॉलरन्स ओके फॉर एक्झाम्पल 0.02 mm to 0.06 mm okay that will be the tolerance so you can decide okay this is a very small example of authority okay नाहीतर हां एवढं म्हणजे एवढंच बरोबर मला पाहिजे असं म्हटलं तर काय होणार दॅट विल बी व्हेरी डिफिकल्ट अँड दॅट वॉट एव्हर दॅट एम्प्लॉय विल बी अंडर बर्डन ओके so if burden will be there definitely quality of work may be vary okay, so according to you have to give the authority also to that person this is the first step okay classification of whatever the role and activities huh the second step is the grouping of activities necessary to attain the objectives now grouping is very important okay so which work will done whatever the decentralization of work okay suppose for example one work is there suppose quality checking or whatever the measurement of certain particular objective ओके ते दोघाला दिलं हां दोघं मिळून करा म्हटलं सो ते काय होणार आहे त्याच्यामध्ये डेफिनेटली एनी वन फ्रॉम देम दे विल काय म्हणतो आपण काम चुकारपणा they will not done work very well okay but whatever the role of first person that will definitely increases but due to that personal relation definitely the quality of that work will be reduced if quality will reduce definitely profit will reduce okay so whatever the reputation is also important so for that purpose the grouping is very important केवळ लय जवळचा मित्र असेल तरी पण त्याला एका ग्रुपमध्ये टाकलं तर ते काय करेल तेच काय सांगायची गरज नाही तुम्हाला बरोबर का सो अकॉर्डिंग टू दॅट पर्सनल बिहेवियर सो यू हॅव टू नाउ मॅनेजर इज अ सीसीटीव्ही कॅमेरा ऑलवेज okay so they have to handle they have to decide they have to watch all the things in entire industry okay so according to that experience you can get idea how to classify how to grouping of particular or grouping of employee okay so you will get idea after the very well experience this is the second step grouping of whatever the activity is necessary to attain objective. Third step is the assignment of each grouping to a manager with the authority necessary to the supervise it. Okay. If second step you have decided the group and you have given something work to that particular group. Okay, but after continuously follow up taking is very important. म्हणजे आज काम करायला एखाद्याला दिलं, तुम्ही तिकडे गेलाच नाही, ते कामच नाही झालं तर काय करणार. सो फॉर दॅट पर्पज द you have to take the continuous follow up for particular work you have given to employee or worker. So this is nothing but a supervising. For that purpose the very uh, special post is reserved in industry. Okay, supervisor, whatever the instruction you have given from the manager, so that instruction you have to follow, and that if you will not follow, then supervisor will take action. So something authority they have, industry is given to that supervisor. Okay, so they will take action. Different types of action may be there. Okay, so this is the third step. Okay, the next step is the provision for coordination horizontally and vertically in the organization structure. Okay, so this is nothing but the span and wide span and narrow span. Okay, so what is a load distribution of, suppose for example there are 5 managerial posts in one industry. Okay, first is a financial manager. Okay, next is a quality manager. Again production manager may be there, marketing manager may be there. Now this is a first level one. Okay, and on that manager CEO may be there, chief executive officer of that industry. This is nothing but suppose horizontal. Now for example, if you consider the CEO and the manager, okay, this is a vertical way. Okay, so load distribution is a vertical, and if you consider the all the same positional manager is nothing but the horizontal level. So you have to consider, we have to study all the factors. Okay, so in next point we will see what is the horizontal position and the what is vertical position of the organization structure. Okay, so this is a next step. Now next point is a importance of the organizing. Importance of organizing, why organizing is important in industry. Okay, so benefits of the specialization. Definitely you should know what will be the benefits. Okay, what will be the benefits will be reach after the specialization. Okay, now for the recruitment process you have to take a very experienced faculty also, very experienced employee also, then only you will get very better idea to work very well. Okay, if experienced faculty or specialized particular person will be there, okay, definitely your industry will grow very well. Okay. So specialization, benefits of specialization you have to consider. Okay. This is also importance of the organizing. Suppose any very high experienced person is there. Okay. Now those are from agriculture background. Okay. So I will give one example to them. Okay. Definitely idea will be clear. Now the management. Okay. So MD, managing director of the any sugar industry. So okay, what is the role of that manager? Okay, so they have to manage all the factors. Okay, so what are the basic factors required for the uh, sugar industry? Okay, so whatever the industrial structure, okay, whatever the industrial structure or organizing the industry is also very important. Now next is raw material. Okay, now how we have to collect the raw material. So what is the raw material? Sugar cane. Okay, so how we can collect them? त्याला ओसाई टोळे असते बरोबर का, किती एक टोळे असते का. Now how we can the transport. Okay, so collect the different very huge role is required of that MD. Okay, so if any particular MD is there, okay, this is very well known. Okay, so according to that MD name, according to the CEO name, that industrial person will or industry will grow definitely. Okay, so these are the very basic factors or specialize. This is a benefit of the specialization. Okay, एखादा तो मॅनेजर असेल तर वॉट एव्हर द एज्युकेशन ऑल्सो. ओके, अकॉर्डिंग टू एज्युकेशन अँड अकॉर्डिंग टू स्पेशलायझेशन you will get very best output of that industry. Okay, so if you consider any hospitals also, Okay, if there will be specialized person of particular काय म्हणतो त्याला आपण एखाद्या आजारासाठी. ओके, so particular for example eye specialist, okay, orthopedics हाडाचा डॉक्टर, ओके, कान नाक तोंड घासा जे काय असेल त्याचा डॉक्टर असेल, स्पेशलायझेशन. सो डेफिनेटली whatever the output of that industry will increase. Okay, so you have follow all the specialization team, and any specialized team we should have in industry also. Okay, so benefit of specialization is the importance of the organization. Okay, in that organization only we can decide the what is the benefit. The next importance is a clarity in working relationship. Okay, clarity should be there in any work also. Okay, why? Because under very short discussion, if you will give suggestion to the any employee, तर ते काय सांगणार, तुम्हाला आम्हाला हे काम सांगितलं नव्हतं तुम्ही म्हणणार. ओके, झालेलं प्रॉफिटला ते काय जबाबदार राहणार नाही. ओके, सो व्हेरी क्लिअर क्लॅरिटी शुड बी देअर इन इच अँड एव्हरी वन. ओके, म्हणजे उगा अर्ध कच्चं बोलायचं नाही कोणाला. जे काय असेल ते ओव्हरऑल यू हॅव टू डिसाइड, यू हॅव टू गिव्ह द इन्स्ट्रक्शन इंटिमेंट टू दॅट पर्टिक्युलर person. Okay, so this is also benefit of the organization organizing, okay, or organization structure. Now next importance is optimum utilization of the resources. Okay, if you require something resources, okay, then and then only you buy it. Okay, एखादी गोष्ट असते आपल्या घरामध्ये, त्याचं पिढ्यानपिढ्या वापरच कधी होत नाही, ते पण आपण काय करतो, ते गुंतवून ठेवतो पैसे. Okay, so whatever the requirement you are having for that industry, okay, definitely you have to that, and whatever the availability of that industry, okay, available inside that industry, you have to use that optimum sources. Okay, suppose the manpower is available in काय म्हणतो आपण त्याला अर्बन एरियाज. ओके, शहरी भागामध्ये मिळतात तुम्हाला, किंवा ग्रामीणमध्ये असतील. ओके, मग समजा तुमच्या गावामध्ये जर एम्प्लॉय असतील तर बाहेरून आणायचे. सो ते काय करतो आपण, मग बाहेरून आणा, मग त्यांना काय करा, ते कॅन्टीन वगैरे प्रोव्हाइड करा. ओके, त्यापेक्षा जर तिथलेच असतील तर काय होणार आहे, अवेलेबल सोर्सेस, तर तुमचा कुठला वेळ वाचणार आहे, त्यांचा ट्रान्सपोर्टेशन ओनली, अँड वॉट एव्हर द त्यांचं राहणं किंवा होस्टिंग बोर्डिंग असेल, जे काय असेल ते वाचणार आहे. बरोबर का? सो whatever the optimum utilization of resources is also importance of that organization. Okay, next is adaptation to change. If any certain uncertainty will be happen, okay, so you have to change them. Okay, you have to change them. Definitely your work will not stop, and you will get the better output. This is nothing but the adaptation of the change. You have to adapt whatever the change is required. Okay, suppose online education we have accepted ना, हे म्हणलो का आपण नाही जमत आम्हाला, कोण म्हणलं का, जे म्हणलं नाही ते काय झालं, तर व्हॉट एव्हर द प्रोबॅबिलिटी ऑफ ॲक्सेप्टन्स इज मोर. त्यामुळे काय झालं, आता सगळेच ऑनलाईन लेक्चर करतात का, बरोबर का, सगळेच करत नाहीत. बट व्हॉट इज द बेनिफिट ऑफ दॅट. सो अडॅप्टेशन टू चेंज इज व्हेरी इम्पॉर्टंट. अनसर्टन एनी चेंज, म्हणजे भविष्यामध्ये पण तुम्हाला फ्युचरमध्ये अशा हजारो गोष्टी येतील की ते दॅट शुड बी ॲक्सेप्टेबल. ओके, सो यू हॅव टू हँडल ऑल द फॅक्टर्स ऑफ दॅट. ओके, so adaptation to change is also again importance of the organizing. Now development of personal. So development of personal development you should also consider. नाहीतर आयुष्यभर काम केलं एखाद्या इंडस्ट्रीमध्ये, हातात काय तुमच्या काहीच नाही, तसा जसा गेला तसाच मागायला आला, पर्सनल डेव्हलपमेंट काहीच झालं नाही. सो what is personal development? What is personal development? So if any experience will also there, but something awards, okay, something courses you have done, okay, something knowledge, something extra field knowledge you will take. Okay, now that is nothing but the personal development. Whatever the promotion in your post, okay, increment in salary, huh? So for that purpose also personal development is also we can improve. This is also importance of the organization. Expansion and growth of that industry. Okay, always think on that, how our industry will expand, okay, how our growth will be there. Okay, so that factors are very important of the industry. Okay, inside whenever you will work in industry, so think on that and try to accept all the factors in the industry. Okay, so these are the importance of the organizing. Okay, our next point is what is the organization structure. Okay, next point is the organization structure, but this is a very lengthy part, huh? So we will take this lecture, okay, or this point in next lecture. Okay, tomorrow morning we will take the next point. Okay, so this is sufficient for today's lecture. Okay, so we will stop here. I will take attendance, huh? I will take attendance. So paste your roll numbers in message box. Paste your roll numbers in message box. Okay, so I will stop the recording.